Hello, Aries. Welcome to your weekly reading from March 10th to the 16th. This is for Aries and Aries rising, and we're going to jump right into it. Aries, what a big week. This is a huge week where it's going to be very emotionally moving, spiritually driven. And this is because we got the new moon in Pisces. Now, we're starting it off on Sunday, March 10th, okay? Because this is when we have the new moon in Pisces. And this is, I love the fact that the sun and the moon and Neptune is almost like the supporting actress here, being very present now. They're all doing this three-way dance. So it's this beautiful new moon that is it's very spiritual. It's very meditative. It's very healing. This is a very healing new moon. Now, what I love about this, there's so much, Pisces energy here, right? With Saturn in Pisces, with the moon in Pisces, sun in Pisces. But with this aspect, there is something really subconscious at play, okay? All this activity is in your 12th house of the subconscious, but also intuition. So a lot of intuitive energy. Your intuition could be really heightened around this time. It really could be a big moment of creativity as well. It's a really big moment of creativity, a lot of empathy as well, a lot of compassion. But here's the thing about this new moon. Always set intentions. Now, with this new moon for you, Aries, what I feel is that there is going to be something that you are going to unroot, all right? Something that's deeply rooted subconsciously, something that may be holding you back or has been holding you back to move forward, to have this new cycle. New moons bring new cycles, new beginnings, new opportunities. So set intentions. We got an extra hour. We have an extra hour this day. What I love about this new moon is that Jupiter and Saturn are still very harmonious. Very harmonious here. And the same day of the new moon, which makes this such a big day, is Mercury sextiling Pluto. Now, if you saw your monthly forecast, you know that I said Pluto represents the underworld, right? So there's a level of depth here that we're going. Now, I also mentioned, just think about the Mariana Trenches, right? There's been more people in space than there's been to the bottom of our ocean. So many mysteries are down there. And that's what Pluto also represents, mysteries and secrets. So when you think about this aspect, there could be something that you do where you're revealing something and it's unburdening for you, something that you may have held on for a really long time that's coming out now. You could have a very important conversation around this time. Mercury is all about communication, and Mercury is in your sign. Mercury's in your sign. It did move into your sign last week. So this is all about you. This is all about you. And this is when you could have some really deep thoughts, really deep thinking, really deep conversations around this time. And just think of, with all this activity in your 12th house, there could be you going to places that are unfamiliar. There's also a sense of you going to places all in your subconscious, places that you may have been afraid to go to in the past, and now really confronting it, now really feeling confident and be like, you know what, this has just been holding me back for so long. I'm letting this part of me go. And when I talk about the subconscious, it's where we store our memories, right? That's what the subconscious is. And so if you want to think about it, it's let's say you go into a Starbucks or something, and you don't have like the best customer experience, and you walk out that Starbucks and you're like, I'm never going to Starbucks again. Well, that's not really fair, because it was just this one Starbucks where you had that not so great experience. So that is now deeply rooted in your subconscious, saying that all Starbucks are bad. I've never been at well, I have been, but I don't drink coffees. I don't know. But even it can be a Lululemon, whatever it is, a Walmart, anywhere. But you see how you have that in your subconscious now. So there's an element of rooting it, okay? And it can have to do with something deeply rooted in your subconscious. It has to do with something in your life. It could be relationships. It can be, family matters. It can be home matters. It can be work, career stuff. I mean, there's so much that you can unroot at this time. So I want you to take advantage of this and really set intentions and really just have this new beginning, okay? And you are definitely going to feel it. Now, If I know that I dropped these readings a few days before the actual week. So if you're watching this before March 10th, pay attention. Please pay attention to March 9th on that Saturday when Mars squares Uranus. Mars, your ruling planet, that, can be aggressive, that can be combative and competitive, especially in a square, which is a challenging aspect. So it's squaring Uranus, the planet of surprises. So something suddenly, like maybe unpredictable, unexpected could come up. And so there may be a moment where you don't see eye to eye with some people, and it could really affect your confidence, okay? Because Mars is, Mars is in Aquarius. For you, that's your 11th house. So your social network, groups you belong to, organizations you belong to. So it really could be something tied to, like a friend or whatnot. There could be some not seeing eye to eye. The 11th house is your hopes and wishes and dreams as well. Now, the other thing is Uranus is actually the ruling planet for Aquarius, yet Uranus is in your second house of confidence, self-confidence, values, but it's also material things, so things in your external world, right? Also money, salary, income. So there could be something here where there's this not seeing eye to eye with someone around something, okay? Because Uranus being Aquarius's ruling planet with Mars being in Aquarius, that's a lot of rebellious energy. Aquarius is the rebel. So just keep that in mind because it does spill over into this beautiful new moon in Pisces. Now, on March 11th, Venus moves into Pisces. Absolutely amazing. Venus is in her throne in Pisces. Venus is exalted in Pisces. So this is so dreamy. Think about Pisces. It's, and remember, Neptune is really at play here. So Neptune, represents dreams. So pay attention to your dreams because you have all this activity in your 12th house. You could be getting messages from your dreams and, even intuition, your spirit guides. I would just pay attention. Mercury is in your sign too. So Mercury, all about communication and logic and thinking. So, but Venus and Pisces, just very romantic. Absolutely romantic. A lot of creativity as well with Venus and Pisces. Venus represents creativity. So does Pisces. Pisces is all about the imagination. So this aspect is very soulful and again, very like compassionate, romantic, even like visceral. And so it is going to be not only this week, but the entire month that Venus is going to be in Pisces. Venus in Pisces is like giving out free hugs. It's really, really nice. And Pisces, both Venus is very feminine. Pisces is very feminine. So it's very feminine energy. Remember, Pisces is a water sign, so that emotional element to it. So there could be this emotionally moving time for you. You may feel like this emotional charge. And then over the weekend, starting on Friday, the moon moves into Gemini. It's going to be there basically all weekend. So speaking of communication, you may be very social around this time. You may be very social. And it could be a time where you could be writing a lot of things. You could be strategizing around, a lot of things in terms of what you want moving forward, the things that you have to communicate. You could be working on a book around this time, maybe attending a lecture, going to a lecture, giving a lecture as well. But this is just very mentally stimulating. And there's a lot of enthusiasm around this, a lot of curiosity peaked as well. But just know that it could be a very social weekend for you. So Aries, with that said, let's get started and see what's going on for you for March 6th. March 10th to the 16th. Again, this is for Aries and Aries rising. If you want to read for your moon, your Venus, all those other placements, if you know your birth chart, you are absolutely welcome to. So let's do it. Aries, let's get started. See what's going on for you for March 10th to the 16th. I don't think I took a single breath. I was like, wow. Aries, I do a traditional call to cross spread, really does offer the best overview. If we need to pull clarifiers, we will pull clarifiers. Secondly, Aries, oh my goodness. I love y'all. Thanks so much for being here. And I hope that you know that you're about to enter this really, really big transformative moment in your life. You're having a big shift in your life. We not only are moving into Aries season, your birthday season next month, or sorry, next week. Again, my mind is so scrambled for some reason. Next week, but we have that solar eclipse in your sign, okay? That's going to happen in April. So expect really big changes. And wow. Wow. So listen, partnerships and relationships are definitely possibly on your mind, especially as we approach the lunar eclipse in Libra toward the end of the month, which represents partnerships and relationships. And, the South Node, the North Node is in your sign right now. This is all about you, your destiny, true calling, all of that. Now, South Node moved into Libra. And so that is ending of something culminating. And it looks like partnerships, relationships, there's a big shift happening. Wow, this is huge. Wow, this is really huge. Okay, Page of Wands. So it looks like there's been movement already. It seems like there is something that you're compelled by is passion. There's a lot of passion here. Look, across a lot of wands. A lot of passion, even creativity. Wands also represent work, enterprise, career. So there is something new. Again, I'm getting an impression or a feeling that it is something that may have already started, but you may feel it this week, especially with the Page of Wands showing up in your past. Absolutely amazing. You see him completely compelled by this wand, right? And so this is someone who is willing to do what it takes. He's a big dreamer, right? To make his dreams come true, and all his passions really, really immersing in them now. And again, that movement in terms of not only our pages, messengers. So remember, very communicative week. You could be have gotten messages already about some new passion that you want to pursue, or even spiritually as well, because it's such a spiritual week. But pages are the newbies, so there is something new where there's this huge future about you. And look at this. You go straight from the Page of Wands to the King of Wands in the heart of your spread. So yes, will you be sitting in this throne this week? Yes. Do I want you to set intentions during this new moon in Pisces? Absolutely yes. 1000% yes. Now, there's a lot of things that could have to do with things that bring you pleasure this week. And even family, children, creativity, again, is a really big thing. And also like sex could be a big thing. Okay. I'm just looking at your spread here. A lot of sexual energy this week, but King of Wands, very transformative king. We do call him like the entrepreneur of the kings of tarot, right? So this is someone who, just think of Steve Jobs, right? He was very influential. He was very inspiring, just like the King of Wands. Just like the King of Wands. King of Wands is restless. He's got so much passions that he still wants to pursue. He wants to help others pursue their passions. But this is a transformative king, okay? You do see the symbol of the Ouroboros and the salamander here, both representing like unity of all things, death and rebirth, changes. All right, big changes happening for you this week, but you're going to feel on top. This is absolutely amazing. Now, you have the Page of Pentacles, but Page of Pentacles in your challenge area. So stay focused on that one. Just don't be uninspired, okay? Don't be uninspired this week. And it feels like something new has already happened. If it hasn't, there is something new definitely happening this week. But in a monetary sense, I want you to just really pay attention to what happens there in terms of finances and salary. There could be like conversations or, again, something unexpected may happen. Remember, with Mars squaring Uranus, there is that element of surprise and the unexpected. And Uranus is in your second house of salary and income and finances and whatnot. So this is just saying there could be something that you really have to keep your eye on and stay focused on. And that is the Page of Pentacles. He likes to learn. He wants to become the King of Pentacles one day, and he will, but it takes that, that drive to get there and that passion. But this is something that is real. The pages are earthbound and so are Pentacles. So there's something really grounding about the Page of Pentacles. But with him being in your challenge area, just remember, stay focused on that one thing. And if there is something that maybe goes like a little sideways, or you feel like, there could be something money-wise that hasn't happened yet being the key word, because this is a weekly reading, then really put some attention and focus on it and to nurture that energy, all right? Because look at what's happening here. You have the Lovers and the Two of Cups. Aries, so much love, so much partnership energy. This is absolutely amazing. Remember, there are going to be big changes and shifts that are happening around there when we get to the lunar eclipse in Libra at the end of the month, all about partnerships and relationships. But you got the Lovers. Interesting. And I definitely want you to communicate this week, all right? Don't hold things in, especially with all this activity in your 12th house of the subconscious. Remember, Mercury sextiling Pluto. Have those deep conversations that you need to have, but this is all about choices here. And this card is actually attributed to Gemini. Remember, I said Moon in Gemini over the weekend in your 3rd house of communication. Now, you see Archangel Raphael, the healer, right? Remember, I said this is a week of healing, and you may just be really feeling it. Now, you see, well, let's call them Adam and Eve. You see Adam looking at Eve, Eve looking at the Archangel. That's conscious, subconscious, superconscious. Bring it all together. This is you. This is spirituality. That's mind, body, spirit. Okay? Remember, very spiritual week, but also like subconscious at play here. Be in touch with the superconscious. You see the full abundance of the sun, all that love. Now, you got the Two of Cups. How rare that you get the Lovers and the Two of Cups, because this card is all about love. This is two souls. This is two people becoming one. This is the merging of souls. This is love transcending time and space itself. This is absolutely amazing. I mean, wow. So again, there is a sense of partnership energy. It can be love. It can be career. It can be even, platonic. It's a lot of self-love too. Very interesting. One of the very interesting things about your spread is all this Leo energy, because you also have the Five of Wands, which is a Leo card, and so King of Wands is Leo. Okay, and you even see the lion's head here as well. And so again, that is your 5th house of love and romance. But if you're not here for love and romance, the 5th house is pleasure. It's also, family and children. It's creativity. It's again, sex is a big thing that's happening in your spread. Okay. And it looking at this, but 5 of Wands in your future. So there is going to be something where you may not see eye to eye about something. As I mentioned with Mars square Uranus, this is a lot of, it is a challenge card. It's a conflict card, but, out of all the fives, it's like the least. It's not worth your time energy. You see, it's just kids swinging their wands in the air. So it's almost like play fight. So it is, can be egos at play, not seeing eye to eye, whether it's colleagues or family or whatever resonates with you. There could be something where you have to be the one that says, y'all, this isn't working. Let's see eye to eye. Let's come together here. Okay, let's come together here. There is, again, that competitive energy that's coming up. There could be something that, with some egos at play in terms of competitive energy. And actually, when I said you need to rise above, or someone needs to rise above, and maybe this is a big takeaway with the sirens going off. This card, remember I said that competitive energy, well, if you take the word competition back to its etymological root, Latin root, competere, to come together, okay? And so have that, and I'll even clarify that for you. Yeah, it's going to be, for a lot of y'all, something that has to do about money. There may be not seeing eye to eye about money, but remember, pentacles are your physical reality as well. Oh, look at that. And then you're going to be fine. So just have that conversation and work together with people. Work with people, because it looks like there may be a little bit of imbalance. And so this is
truly just saying there is a sense of coming together. Remember, the twos are duality. So you want to bring things together. Now, what's really interesting here is you got the King of Pentacles as well. You bring everything together, you're good. You're fine. You're good. You got the King of Pentacles, the richest king. You've got Jupiter in your second house right now. Jupiter expands. Jupiter is profit. Jupiter is, luck and good fortune in your second house of money and salary and whatnot. And what's also really interesting is this is a Capricorn card. Capricorn rules your 10th house of career, so there could be something with career here. Okay, but even still, and the King of Pentacles, speaking of which, I just said Jupiter and Uranus are in your second house. Jupiter and Uranus are in Taurus, which rules your second house. King of Pentacles is Taurus. Okay, you can see the bulls all over his throne. And so there is a sense of when everything comes together for you, when you actively make everything come together, you're going to be fine. You're going to be sitting in that throne. You got two kings here. But again, it can have to do with partnerships, relationships. Definitely. It can be career, it can be love, but there is also this sense of self-love, right? Having that self-love for everything to come together, to build that confidence, to have everything to come together. Absolutely amazing here. This is really great, but just know there may be a little bit of, I've got to see eye to eye with people. Now, let's get to your stuff. Aries. Oh my goodness. Aries. If you like this reading, would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. Tell me what's going on. Tell me, we're about to enter your birthday season. That's happening next week, Aries. And if you're a subscriber, thanks so much for being here. Y'all are amazing. Thank you. So, I love y'all. I love y'all. Now, wow. Okay. There's some things that you are definitely going to have to go within this week. It is clear as day here, because there's a lot that you want. And in order to really see your path forward, you're going to have to go within, especially with all this energy in Pisces anyway, and this new moon in Pisces anyway, which is all about intuition and spirituality and going within to have that healing. Now, Queen of Swords. Okay. Very cool. I love the fact that you've got, two kings, two queens, but we'll talk about it in a second. Queen of Swords. Have that clarity. Be headstrong. That's what the Queen of Swords is. Okay. This is true perception, being honest with yourself, And this is all about truth, nothing but the truth. This is all about, not only being honest with yourself, but other people. Okay. Especially relationships. Queen of Swords is Libra. Okay? Queen of Swords is Libra. So again, you have a lot of partnership energy here in a big way. And we are approaching that full moon lunar eclipse in Libra. But this is really, again, just having that power and authority and seeing things for what they are and not letting your emotions cloud your judgments, right? Like the Queen of Swords, she leads with her head. Now, you also have the Hierophant. Very interesting here, because it is all about self-worth and self-confidence and feeling that you have that. But it does seem like you are protected. The Hierophant is a connector between the divine and our physical reality, showing up in your external factors area. So again, I want you to get really spiritual this week. Pretend that you're at Burning Man or something. I don't know. Just get really a yoga retreat. Just really go within, okay? This is the Hierophant, very spiritual influencer here, right? He wears a triple crown. And here's the thing. You see, he's between those two columns here, okay? The two gray columns, gray and tarot, is wisdom. It's a reference also to, I don't know if you know the story of Solomon's temple. You've heard the phrase like the wisdom of Solomon. These are from Solomon's temples, these columns. But what I love about this is that the Hierophant is Taurus, right next to the King of Pentacles, who's Taurus. So again, self-worth, self-value, it's that confidence. It's going within to feel that this week as you move forward. But it feels like you will have a lot of it, but there just may be someone that tries to, but also remember money. Okay. So Taurus is It's your second house of money, salary. So there could be something or someone who is very influential that really helps you move forward. Okay. Really, really has that wisdom that you need to hear, especially with the Hierophant in your external factors area. Again, he is very powerful, has a lot of sway. This is the first card actually in the major arcanas where other people appear other than the main figure. You see the two monks at his feet. You even see the keys at his feet. I mean, this is very powerful. Now, you also got the Queen of Pentacles. So you see, you got the pair here. You got the King and the Queen. So money is going to be a big thing. Especially, you're going to feel a lot more of it as we continue to move forward, especially with Jupiter and Uranus in your second house. But Jupiter brings, again, those blessings, just like the Hierophant. That's what he does. It's blessings here. But yeah, the Queen of Pentacles, the richest queen. But she is, it's almost like you just want to be this big provider. You want to be, protect the people that you love and serve them. And, because she does have, I'm going to show you something here. The difference between the king and the queen. The king, their energies, their powers are more external, whereas the queens are internal. So you see his hand over the pentacle, right? So he's owning his wealth, he's owning his abundance, but hers under giving. Okay. So she wants to take care, she has this maternal quality to her where she wants to take care of people with the resources that she has. And so there is going to be an element of that. And again, what's truly interesting here is that there could be some career moments. There definitely could be some career moments because she's, unlike the King of Pentacles, who's Taurus, she's Capricorn. Okay. And again, Capricorn rules her 10th house. But lastly, you have the Seven of Swords. So there is the biggest message is pay attention, like, be honest with yourself. Like I said earlier, it's all about being honest with yourself, and really going deep and really having those moments where you have this meaningful life experience, pure intentions toward that, and really unrooting things that may be blocking your path. But there is a sense again of being aware of not only you being honest with yourself and facing all the truths that you have to face, but also people within your life. Okay, remember I said there could be something with friends or even family. They're not seeing eye to eye, and this card is associated with like lying, cheating, stealing as well. So being aware of that. In order to be aware of that, you have to really go within. You have to really tap into your intuition. There really could be something that. And, he's stealing these swords in broad daylight. Like, he can be caught. He can be caught. This is also an Aquarius card. Remember, Aquarius rules your 11th house of your friends, your social network, groups you belong to, organizations you belong to. That could also be a big thing here because the Hierophant is, highly associated with that, organizations and groups, and he is the leader and whatnot. So there definitely could be something there. I'll even clarify that because that's, you've got the Five of Pentacles and Temperance as well. So again, this is definitely going to be a very highly spiritual week for you where I really want you to go within, but there's a lot of career activity. The Five of Pentacles is showing that there could be some sort of loss there or something holding you back where if you don't face your fears, if you don't confront anything that is going on, or like maybe Machiavellian or just something, remember secrets are at play this week. If you don't have those conversations, if you don't clear those paths, you could be stuck in these like low energy frequencies. So again, that confidence energy, I want you to really feel that this week. There is also something that it really is facing your truth and being honest with yourself, because otherwise you could feel that you're not being supported. It's really like when you are in touch with your intuition, you're just aware of everything that's going on. And once you're in touch with your intuition, you have Temperance. So two reasons why this is great. Temperance, you got you have an archangel, you have two archangels here, so a lot of protection. Remember, it's almost like you're being guided. You have the Hierophant in your external factors area, but temperance, this is all about not only balance in your life where everything just feels balanced out. It's saying you don't have to stress. You don't have to worry. Everything's going to work out for you. You've got an archangel here saying you're good. You're really good. You just have to believe it. Don't stress about anything. Know who you are. Be your authentic self, and you're good. And take action too with this new moon. Create these new opportunities for you. The other thing is temperance is Sagittarius. Sagittarius rules your ninth house of spirituality. So it's also your philosophies, the way you see things. So this is really great. This is really, really nice that temperance came out. It is just saying, like, enjoy the ride. You're on your path. Everyone's on a path, but you and your path, know that you are going to get there. You even see the sun in the shape of a crown indicating victory through that path. And you're going to get there. But if you hold on to low energy frequencies, you may make it harder for yourself. But there's a lot. I'm not going to lie. There was a lot happening for you this week. But just trust your intuition. Trust. And again, you may get a lot of support this week. If you're not aware, you may not see it, but know that it's there. You have two archangels and the Hierophant and your external factors. You got the King of Wands, the Page of Wands, the King of... you're good. You got the Lovers. You're good. Just recognize things that you need to shake off and leave in the past. All right, Aries, thanks so much for tuning in. If you like this reading, it would be great if you subscribe, leave comments, tell me what's going on. And if you're actually next week we will talk about happy birthday, Aries. We're moving into your birthday season, but there's a lot happening next week. Okay. So we'll talk about the two conjunctions we have next week. Aries, thanks so much. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.